Welcome to our first video on the paranormal series. Today we're looking at stories of ghosts and hauntings apparently that exist in Eyam. In 1665 the Great Plague reached Eyam. It has been well documented how the plague reached there. The residents of Eyam believed if they themselves locked down the village, they would prevent the plague spreading, a true and brave act. Even so, 273 people died and only 83 survived out of the total population. Elizabeth Hancock survived her husband and 6 children. They all died within 8 days. Elizabeth buried them all herself, and the graves are known as the Riley graves. Riley is named after the farm they all lived in.
Around the rosy, a pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
Elizabeth Hancock, what a brave lady. She was only watched as she buried her whole family. Nobody could come near for fear of catching the plague. Last I read, she moved to Sheffield. I don't know if she ever came back to visit her children and her husband. So sad. The area is said to be haunted by a blue lady seen amongst the graves, as if looking and tending the graves. When people approach the enclosed graves, no one is there. Next to the row of the named plague cottages is the Church of St. Lawrence. Catherine Mompesson, the wife of William Mompesson, used to help the sick during the plague. One day, while walking through the graveyard with her husband, she mentioned she had a sweetness of smell in her nostrils. Sadly, this was the first noted symptom of the plague, and Catherine died on the 25th of August 1666. The ghost of a lady dressed in white, is seen often in the churchyard and believed to be the ghost of Catherine.
For all the lost souls of Eyam, rest in peace.
Eyam Hall was built in 1676. It has been reported that the ghost of a Sarah Mills, who was a servant at the hall, is haunting the hall today. Apparently, she was drowned in a nearby well. Also, there is a report of an old man who has been seen in an upstairs room, and it is reported that the door is permanently locked, even to this day. Originally called the King's Head, the Miners' Arms is probably the most haunted place in Eyam. There is a report of an elderly female wearing a black bonnet, black boots and a black cape. It is believed she is the ghost of a former landlord's wife who was murdered in the 17th century. The pub was accidentally burnt down and rebuilt in 1630. 2 girls lost their lives in the fire. Now there are reports of the girls' ghosts skipping in the upstairs room of the pub. Doors open and shut on their own, and the sounds of them running and giggling along a corridor can be heard. As with all paranormal reporting, unless we accidentally capture on film or sound, we can only retell other witnesses' statements. We are not trying to sensationalise events in any way, but only tell it as it is. We will add insets into some of the images, but only based on the actual report. It is not our intention in any way to cause upset or harm to any distant or living relatives in our video. We will leave the decision up to you about the phenomena of hauntings, whether it is real or unreal. You be the judge.